Yeah, what's up? Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whichever time it is. So, yesterday, I posted a video while playing ranked and talking about a possible meta shift and what characters could start like showing up as like viable picks, right? Let me just turn on the music so you don't get bored, right? Just turn on the music so you don't get bored just hearing me talk. So yeah, the possible new meta shift, we could have like a few more characters show up. I was playing Minato. It's pretty much my main pick right now. There are pretty much a few good teams with Minato. I'd say that this one with TV and DMS are pretty good. I really like BTS Choji and Sai, but I don't think Choji fits well with Minato's playstyle. I quite like myself Temari instead. I think because I usually play Minato a lot in the air and I usually go for resets. And I just like Temari more because Temari covers a lot more area up close, while Choji is more of a tracking and way more defensive character. I don't think Choji's support ability is very fitable uh, for defense or like, sorry, for as much as offense as Temari is, just because she also hits in the air. What else? So I was picking Sakon. So right. So let's just first of all go through the characters that I think could pretty much be used. So let's see. So let's go first of all. Let's compare PTS Shoji and Zabuza, right? Just compare them, PTS Shoji and Zabuza, and just show you that pretty much they have the same cooldown. I'm just gonna show you that they have the same cooldown. They're both viable in their own ways. PTS Shoji usually has a way of a bigger hitbox than what do you call it? He has way bigger of a hitbox than Zabuz has. Like if I put Zabuz on, he just hits like once, right? He just has like two parts to his jutsu, or just like two hits, let's say. So if I put him up close, let's see. If I just spawn him up close, like right, so it just makes himself like two times. If I put BTS Shoji on, it just goes like, there you go, see, so 3 subs, instantly, 3 subs, even though they have like the same regen, right? So even though they have like the same regen, like BTS Shoji is just better. So oh my bad, my fault. So let's just go with, so I need to put, let's just put, there you go, right? So they spawn at the same time, but like BTS Shoji is just way better. So the recovery time just is like a tiny bit faster. Like no, sorry, they're actually like the same time. Yes, is like a tiny bit faster. It's just way better for sub traps. It's way better for engage for aggressiveness. But he travels forward a lot. So if you're trying to chase, I'd say BTS Shoji is better than Temari. If you're just like constantly in their face, Temari would probably be a better choice than Choji because BTS Shoji makes them sub trap the same way, but Choji travels way further than Temari does, and that's pretty much it. Even though he has like faster cooldown, so if we just like put them both in, and then well, we just go Wino again, right? I'm actually just put one of the characters first. Oh, that's my fault. Let me just put one of the characters first. So let's go with Naruto first, right? Why not? Let's go Temari and Choji, and the cooldown is pretty much like Choji is just miles better cooldown wise, and he has like better tracking because he travels further. So if I just like put both characters, so as you see, like Temari still travels further, but where Choji really excels at is at like sub trapping. Sub trapping is just better. So she's like behind, what, like 2 seconds, 1, 2. So she's behind 2 seconds, like 2 to 3 seconds. She's behind BTS Shoji 2 to 3 seconds in cooldown, but she's more of a. If you want to camp, Temari is a better pick than Shoji is, in my opinion, just because she sticks to your own body more. So when you choose to directionally sub, you can pretty much just close the distance to Temari's body way better than you can do with Shoji. Shoji seems like more of an aggressive character. I think I'm being kind of contradictory. That's pretty much it. Let's now go ahead through. I have my notes here, right? So let's just go with Sai and Conan. Sai and Conan, Sai way better, lower cooldown, more potential for reset, or pretty much, sorry, the same potential for reset as Conan does, at least when it comes to their first jutsu. Second jutsu, Conan is worse, Sai is just better, right? So she comes down, so there you go, and Sai recovers better. So let's see, so let's see what the difference is. That's my fault. Let's see what the difference is like. There you go. So it comes like right on my side. Sorry. So she comes out slower than Sai, and that's really bad because usually when the enemy is hitting you in the air, you want them to get off you as soon as possible, and Conan takes way too long. And she goes back, which is like good, like kind of good. But if you're getting meshed in the air, her going back to not get hit by supports is not even affordable because Sai is lower cooldown, and it just comes out pretty much frame 3 or like frame 4. So Sai way better. If you want to play Conan, you're handicapping yourself. That's pretty much it for like the projectile characters. Their PTS Shikamaru comes out really fast as well, like Sai. Sai comes out instantly and pushes him back. PTS Shikamaru is more of if you want to get multi-hits or like have more chances to escape a combo, which realistically if you're just getting like pressured, Sai will just push them back further than Shikamaru will, but Shikamaru will have more parts to the pushback. I still think Sai is better, at least if you pick him as just a support, because Shikamaru has a speed pill. So he has a speed pill, you can put him on point, switch out of him, and you're good to go. If you already have a character that has a speed pill, you're better off picking Sai, in my honest opinion. iPal doesn't think so. He said previously that he thinks Sai is good, but it's kind of meh compared to Shikamaru. I can understand his point of view. That's not really my opinion, just because I would like to argue cooldowns. But he still has a really valid point. That nothing to take away from him there. So I have my notes. So I also talked about hit stuns, right? So I've already went through like a few characters that like Storm 4 had that you could just like counter inside of combos. This Boruto is cracked. Because if you want to like be one of the new people that picks up a Boruto, you'd go with Vanishing Rasengan if you're playing against like a BTS Naruto, a Kid Naruto, like against a mesh heavy character, which is kind of the meta here. You'd pretty much just go Boruto. He has no hit stun on his stuff, so you can counter inside combos just like you can with Sakon and Kakuzu as well. I know Kakuzu used to be a lot better in Storm 4, but Kakuzu is extremely slept on because unlike Boruto and Sakon, Kakuzu has a jail and he can reset with his jutsu. So even though his jutsus are kind of slower to come out, Kakuzu I think is just way better on point. I was really enjoying Sakon. Let's see, I think he's sub still. He's still 7. I really like Sakon because he's just not used, right? I just like Sakon because he's not used, right? But at this point, bro, Kakuzu is just like that. Like, he still has his jail, right? And if you just mess it up by a bit, you can just go straight into grab. And if you go straight into grab, this is something I kind of got from my pal, right? If you go straight into grab, you can just like start pushing by just, well, he still has a really good setup by just like ninja dashing straight into the body, and you just get on top of them instantly. So you can go ahead and just pretty much just do a jail without a counter, grab again. Boruto. Boruto is kind of the same thing, at least when it comes to but like see, even when he does it, like the enemy just is able to like move out of his first hit. Meanwhile, Kakuzu is just like gets on top of you. So I think Kakuzu is a really good viable character right now. So if I just do this, like he still has a jail, but it's way less forgiving than Kakuzu's. Because if you just do the slightest hop, if you have the slightest mistake on a hop, they can counter out of you. But well, to counterattack that point, no pun intended, you can still ninja move out of combos, and you can move out of combos, you can counter out of combos, you can, I don't know, I mean, you can punish Spark Dash. If you move out of the combo, you can call your Temari, you can call your PTS Joji and buy enough time for the recovery, for the spawn recovery to not be punished and them not being cancelled, unless your enemy is just perma Spark Dashing. But if they're just like attack, spark, attack, spark, attack, spark, you just sub and you counter, right? Like, you don't really get punished for sub countering unless the mind game is extremely big. Let's see. I already told Alpal and even Borishiki about this hit stun stuff. That's why you started seeing Alpal use a lot of Sakon in his games with, well, pretty much the team that I suggested with PTS Choji, and I'm pretty sure it was also Temari. Let's see. Yeah, I did put Temari first because she has a speed pill. So I'd say if you wanted to pair PTS Choji and Temari, go ahead. As long as you have a speed pill up front, or if your point doesn't have a speed pill, you should probably just go Temari or Shikamaru to afford the speed pill. But if your point already has a speed pill, you can actually afford to go with, well, Choji Sai, Temari Sai. You can afford to go TMS Kakashi even. TMS Kakashi is still really good. If you clash a lot in the air with the air chakra dashes, or if you like sparking a lot and you want to close range from the air, DMS Kakashi will instantly spawn his unblockable Jutsu under them. It's also really good for resets. DMS Kakashi, Kid Shikamaru, Sai, PTS Shoji, Temari, even till this one Naruto, even after the nerf, is still really good. They're all really good characters. Mitsuki also comes out in the air pretty fast. He has a playable awakening, but is still way longer cooldown than all the others, so it's more punishing to put Mitsuki and call him out at a bad time than it is to put Sai and call him out at a bad time, because the recovery times are different. Kakuzu is a really stepped-on character, right? And since he doesn't have a counter, I think Kakuzu would probably be the biggest counter to PTS Naruto, just because he can counter inside combos. He has a jail. His awakening is playable. You can zone quite a lot with him. Charge jutsus are doable, and they come out pretty fast. So you can even get a little bit of stalling out of him. He has a defense up. He has an attack down. So if you're getting matched Evan, you can just pop a defense pill inside the combo and counter, or just cancel your landing frames with a pill or with an attack down. But it's still really viable. I think I'm just gonna pick up Kakuzu again, because even though he's a former shell of his Storm 4 self, he's actually playable on point now. Right now, I kinda would like to show you some resets with Sai and Choji, so let's just go with Minato first, because that's kinda like my character. And yeah, let's just go through these reset potentials. I'll also show you resets with Hanzo, because Hanzo has a pretty good grab that puts them into the air, but I'll just show you in a bit. So let me see. Okay, so he does not have okay, so I just did it wrong, right? So let's just grab call Sai, and you can just like grab after. I just bought a bit of time because, well, I don't really care. I can still grab because he's still getting hit, right? Even if I right, there he goes. You can also call the birds out, they're pretty good. If you want to do it with PTS Shoji, you just call him. That's not it. if you want to like do it with BTS Shoji, you can also pretty much just spark that from the air. Sorry, that's my fault. I should have just jump connect. Like even if you sorry, that's my fault. Even if you like miss your, like you will still track, and he has a pretty big hitbox. He's kind of more setup heavy, so that's my fault. So if you want to resend, that's my fault. I think he hits grounded. That's my fault. Sorry. I think he also hits while grounded, so his tracking is kind of pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie. So I think if you really want to reset with BTS Shoji, sorry, that's my fault. If you really want to reset with BTS Shoji, so if you want to reset with BTS Shoji, okay, there you go. So you just call him. That's my fault. So you just call him, and you just like kunai, right? And he's still tracking. And even if they try to sub, so just call him and just grab again. It's multi-hit. If they try to sub, it's a sub trap. If it's like it's like 3 times. It's just total bullshit. Sorry for the language. It's just total bullshit. Psy is doable as well. I mean, I already showed you, right? So, and if you try to like dash out of it, the only way you can really get out of those birds is just like spark dashing. And if you're even like trying to spark dash, like even if you're trying to like spark that, because the projectiles have a different property, I can just like put myself behind him, and you just get body blocked, and I can just grab you out of it anyway. So I mean, it's like sparking when I just finish resending you, it's kind of hard, so you pretty much just get reset when I resend you, unless you can spark like frame 1, but the birds come out like frame 2. It's kind of hard to just like run away from Psy. Let's see, what else do we have right now? So okay, so you could be able, oh right, I was going with Hanzo, so let's just go with the Hanzo resets, right? Let's just go with him on point just because he has poison, right? So we just go with Psy and BTS Shoji. Let's just pick Psy and BTS Shoji because they have the lower. You've already seen like resets with Shikamaru, right? So let's just go ahead and I'll show you the possibilities. Like this, it's pretty much the same as like Minato, but you actually have time to like get a bit of stuff in. And you just do this, right? Or sorry, so BTS Shoji is, you kind of need to like call him first, way more, right? Like he's a little less forgiving than Psy is, so I would say like probably put up, or even that works, right? So let's just do this, right? So if you just go into like Aircon, and you just like go again, pretty much. And well, there you go. Like, see, you still have like a lot of tracking. Temari would be more punishable because because her second jutsu activation is way less fair than Choji's is, because she just, well, spawns right in front of you, right in front of your face. It's really unfair how she just does that. But then if you still want to, well, I'd say you could probably put Temari better with Hanzo than BTS Shoji. I'm not gonna lie, but I think Psy is better. I kind of do think that Psy is better than Shikamaru. And I mean, see, so if I just like go into air combo, but like see, in this case BTS Shoji would be better because you could actually spawn him from there. Like you're still able to reset, but it's your timing is a little like if you want to like resend. I mean, you can also pretty much go into the same resend thing, right? You can just like loop this, and if you are able to like buy enough time, if you're able to if you're able to like buy enough time, it kind of has to be right. You can loop it, but it's not as affordable, right? Oh wait, I did it. What? Wait, I did something. Let me check. I did something, I think. Yeah, yeah, it's still not that great. So like if you play like corners, it's a little easier to play, but she's better for defensive. Like I still think you can get a lot of stuff done with PTS Shoji and Sai. I think they're more like preference based, at least with regarding Shoji and Temari. Um, Shikamaru is a good choice over Sai, but I do think Sai it just comes out in gear so fast.